Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my class, welcome back with me learning English with Miss Nika. How is your day everyone? Stay happy and healthy, alright? Okay, learning English with me today. Well, let's get started. So today we are going to learn about analytical exposition with learning objective means that the goals that you have to get during you learn about exposition text. The first is you are able to understand the definition and the social function of analytical exposition text. The second one, you are able to identify the genetic structure of analytical exposition text. And third is you are able to understand the language feature that used in analytical exposition text. And last, you are able to analyze and implement information that have been provided in the text of analytical exposition text. But before we learn about it, I want you to ask some questions. The first is, what's your opinion toward the news issue that occurs in your life? And the second one, what do you think toward the environmental problem surrounding you, such as deforestation, floods in your life? And the last is, can you give a solution toward the social problem, the social issue related to your life? Answer the questions on your own notes. And actually, I want to explain about today's material, which is analytical exposition text. Well, start from the definition of analytical exposition text. So the analytical exposition text is an argument or persuasion text that usually begins with the writer's point of view or the writer's thesis statement. Jadi di dalam teks eksposisi ini, kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia biasa disebut teks eksposisi ya, itu menceritakan tentang argumen atau persuasi dari penulis, pandangan penulis mengenai sebuah isu. Nah, so what is the social function of analytical exposition text? So the social function of analytical exposition text is to persuade or convince the reader toward the topic or phenomenon under discussion. Jadi fungsi dari teks ini adalah untuk membujuk atau meyakinkan pembaca bahwa isu yang sedang dibahas ini tuh sesuai dengan fakta. Next, the genetic structure of analytical exposition text. There are three genetic structure of analytical exposition text as follows. The first one is thesis statement, and the second one is series of argument, and the third one is conclusion of narration. Okay, let's break down from thesis statement. This part tells about the writer's point of view. Jadi di dalam thesis statement ini berisi tentang pandangan penulis, pendapat penulis akan sebuah isu itu sesuai dengan judul yang akan dibahas. Kemudian series of argument. This part tells about the argument to convenience the reader. Jadi untuk yang series of argument ini berisi tentang argumen-argumen yang berguna untuk mendukung, untuk membuat yakin pembaca akan topik yang dibahas ini. And the last is conclusion or iteration. It restates the topic from the thesis statement and series of argument. Jadi di dalam kesimpulan ini mengulas kembali dari thesis statement-nya itu apa, terus argumennya itu apa, kayak menyimpulkan dari tesis statementnya dan argumennya itu. And then next is language feature of analytical exposition text. There are two language features that I use in this text. The first is using models or auxiliary verb. It indicates the necessity, ability, obligation, ability, and etc. For example, if you want to have concentrate in your study, you should have breakfast in the morning. Should here as model they usually use in the text of analytical expression text. And then use feelings or emotive language. Jadi menggunakan yang pertama tadi menggunakan modal ya, atau kayak mengindikasikan saran gitu untuk pembacanya. Nah, yang kedua ini menggunakan feeling atau kayak bahasa yang mengindikasikan perasaan pembacanya itu. For example, if you want to solve the environmental problem, we have to find the solution. Nah, find here as the feeling or emotive language. Many feelings or emotive language and models they use in analytical expression text. Did you get the explanation you want? Hopefully you can understand what my explanation previous explanation. Right now, I will provide you the example of analytical exposition text. With the title is The Impact of Social Media. As you can see on the first paragraph is include thesis statement. Kenapa yang paragraf 1 termasuk thesis statement? Karena thesis statement atau pernyataan umum ya. Jadi berisi pernyataan umum atau pandangan penulis mengenai sosial media. Nah, for the second, third, and fourth paragraph include series of argument. As you can see in the second paragraph itu termasuk argumen. Nah, argumennya penulis ini bisa agree atau disagree. Tapi untuk yang paragraf kedua ini pandangan penulisnya lebih ke agree, which is can enhance communication and connectivity. Nah, itu termasuk dampak positif dari social media. And the third and fourth paragraph include series of argument yang mana penulisnya itu disagree dari sosial media, tidak setuju akan penggunaan sosial media yang mana bisa menyebabkan mental health, bisa spread of hoax information itu. And the last paragraph include conclusion or iteration. Kenapa yang paragraf terakhir itu termasuk kesimpulan? Karena ya menyimpulkan dari tesis sampai ke argumennya dan menyimpulkan bahwa sosial media itu tidak hanya memberikan dampak positif kepada kita, tetapi juga memberikan dampak negatif, and also give the reader advice. Jadi juga memberikan nasihat kepada pembaca untuk lebih waspada dalam penggunaan sosial media. And alright, I hope you to understand well about this lesson in order you can identify, analyze about social function, unique structure, and language feature from analytical expression text. From this text, we allow allows you to have critical thinking, persuasive communication, organizing idea when you write analytical exposition text, and it's related in your life because the topic that under discussion from this text related with our life. Alright, I think that's all for today's material. I hope you can understand well and keep it on fighting to study in English everywhere and anywhere.